So, as everybody probably knows at this point, I have been going back and playing all the old Forza Horizons, and with me starting on Forza Horizon 5, I wanted to go in and then play 4, 3, and eventually, well, pretty much here soon, I will then start on 2, and then after that, I will play 1, kind of going through the entire franchise and stuff, but with that, guys, I feel like with me being a brand new player, basically having like a new player perspective, it kind of made me wonder, like, which map out of Forza Horizon 3, 4, and 5 is the best to explore as a new player. And that's the thing, though. I want to mention right now, right off the bat, I'm not judging these maps on, like, nostalgia or, like, iconic moments. Or, like, memorable locations like that other video. Instead, I wanted to judge them on how they make you feel when you are exploring them as a new player. And the best part is this is also from a new player's perspective. So when playing a racing game, I would probably say one of the biggest things you most likely focus on is a map, right? That is probably one of the biggest things most players look for in a racing game to actually be good or, get you hooked in because let's be real, a bad map can really make or break a racing game no matter how good it actually is, right? And this is something I was kind of thinking about when I played Forza Horizon 3. Now, as y'all know, I've never played this game. I did not know much of anything about it at all, dude. I didn't even realize what the map even looked like in this game, dude. I've never actually seen it. So I kind of went into the entire game blind. I was thinking to myself, okay, well, let's see how the map reads. Let's see how it will flow. Let's see how it will initially be when I first start playing it. Like, that's something you probably want to ask yourself or, kind of jump in blind and really think about what would kind of hit you as a new player that you've never actually played the game before. When exploring Forza Horizon 3, one of the biggest things I kind of noticed right off the bat, dude, now I'm sure a lot of people will agree with this, is simply the way the game actually looks. I feel like the graphics for the time of this game is honestly really impressive, dude. Like, I feel like if they released Forza Horizon 3 legit like 2 days ago, you'd be like, oh yeah, that's a brand new game, bro. Like, it legit looks that good. And that's something that I feel like a lot of people might pay attention to, man, because is graphics everything? Obviously not. We used to play PS2 games and all that. Now things have obviously changed a lot, but you kind of think about that stuff, you know what I mean? And with that, you also think about how the map does feel. Like, when I first spawned in by the main bay area, like the coastal area there, I was like, okay, this is pretty cool. I saw, like, the coastal water. There was, like, that town on the other side with the dock and stuff like that. And then you'll see, like, the mountain air region. And then you'll see, like, the deserty region. And it kind of hit me going, oh, so it doesn't actually feel super open. You know what I mean? Like, there is different areas of the map that kind of gives you the aspect of, oh, I kind of want to go over there. I want to drive there specifically. And the insane part to that, though, is even in, like, the first hour, I was already going, okay, well, you know what? This map actually makes a lot of sense, dude. Like, I like the way it flows. And the funny part is I was already pretty early on into the game to begin with. And the fact that you're already thinking that without exploring it should probably tell you something. But with that, though, you're probably looking at the roads on where they go. Do they, like, lead you to a cool location, a specific location that you actually want to go visit, explore, and find different things? Are all the highways, like, super open and boring, or, like, is the map super flat and stuff? This is something that you probably think about when you're playing these games, dude, and I did not feel this way at all when playing 3, dude. In fact, a lot of the highways had hills in them. They had different biomes and different things you can explore and look at. There's roads you can go up that would bring you up a mountain. And it kind of makes you go, okay, well, this game is super fun, bro, but just driving around with no destination. Like, just spawn in somewhere, hit the highway, go, oh, what's up this road? It brings you along a cool, like, mountainy road. Then you go on, like, a side road to another part of the mountain to, like, another area that leads you into the desert. And it kind of, like, brings you all over the place, man. One way I was looking at it with Forza Horizon 3 that really stuck with me playing this, especially as a new player, is the map actually felt really good even when I was completely confused, bro. And what I mean by that is I did not know where I needed to go or know, like, what I should do next for missions. I was kind of just lost, but in a good way, though. I was like, okay, well, I can go over there, or I could go this way, I could do this. And the entire area of the map, or some areas are kind of forgettable, then guess what? You won't be thinking about that stuff or wanting to go there, or, just drive around aimlessly if you're not enjoying those said locations. And funny part is, speaking of these said locations, Forza Horizon 3 for me, when exploring this map as a brand new player, dude, it did this very well. The areas of the map, dude, they really felt different in every way. You guys probably did end up seeing the videos I talked about this, like the coastal area, we have the city, we have the desert, we have the rainforest. Like, every area is very distinctive, man. Like you look at them, you're like, oh, I can tell each part, like area apart. Like they didn't feel the same. They don't have the same atmosphere to them. Like the rainforest area obviously has damp roads. It's kind of raining sometimes. It looks kind of interesting. The dune area is obviously drier, more off-roady stuff, more deserty feel to it. Then you have the city, which obviously puts you in like a, oh, this is a really cool area type of thing, or big, buildings wanting to cruise around. They really felt distinctive, and like each region did not feel almost like they just copy and pasted and put it in there, making things almost feel too similar in a way. You know what I mean? And that was something that really stuck with me with this. Now, with all that being said, though, as a brand new player, let's now move over to Forza Horizon 4 and talk about this for a minute, because what's kind of insane is everyone says Forza Horizon is basically the same game over and over. And to be 100% real, guys, regardless of what you might think of the maps or the way the games are designed, they still feel different to me, man. Like, right after playing 3, jumping onto 4, then jumping onto 5, like, if you were to do that, you will obviously find similarities. I mean, it's an entire racing series. Like Need for Speed, for example. You'll find similar things, right? But if you are a new player and you jumped onto Forza Horizon 4 and just started exploring the map, dude, there's a lot of different things you'll probably notice. Number one thing I noticed right off the bat in this game, dude, was probably the seasons. I mean, that was probably the biggest obvious thing most people would probably notice, right? I started the game off. It kind of brings you through each of the spring, winter, summer, and stuff like that. It kind of brings you through each of them because you can actually see how the map changes, how it flows, autumn and all that with the different colored trees and everything like that. It kind of makes you go, oh, this is already a different atmosphere. And one of the biggest things I wanted to do personally in this game is when you are in it, you're trying to pace yourself, figure things out. I immediately went, dude, I want to go drive around part of the map or in this location here over by the water, by the windmills, or, head over to the town of Edinburgh. Like, I want to go look at these locations or just drive anywhere. Like, go on one road with a bunch of trees on both sides. I don't know, dude. Go explore the forest, but when there's a different season, it kind of makes you want to go check everything out. This is something I really noticed in this game as a new player, bro. It was really cool because I wasn't expecting the coloring of the map to actually feel that way. And what's crazy, though, is when you are exploring the map, dude, seasons really do make a huge difference, which is something I honestly can't wait to see in Forza Horizon 6, man, because some of this might sound kind of dumb, but when you are thinking about the seasons, it does change the map in a lot of ways. I mean, heck, dude, in Forza Horizon 4, when you are exploring the map, events will change with different race categories, right? You'll have to use different vehicles in those races. Other areas of the map are different. Like, for example, the big lake is now ice. You could drive over the entire thing. Like, it's little things like that that you're like, oh, this really does help the exploration feel, and that's something I personally really enjoyed about the game. And speaking of all of that, though, one thing I did notice in Forza Horizon 4, exploring the game as a brand new player, is just simply jumping into like the Hummer, or jumping into a vehicle, and just simply following roads randomly to really see where they would take you. Now, a lot of players obviously want more hilly areas and stuff, and one thing I did notice is compared to Forza Horizon 3's map, a lot of people said that map was kind of on the flatter side and stuff, where Forza Horizon 4 kind of did that a bit better. Now, I'm guessing in Forza Horizon 6, we will really see how this will all take effect with having a mix of everything in there, but personally, guys, when I was on Forza Horizon 4, though, I could see how people like the hilly, like, small town areas or, like, the weird, like, back road, off-road type of areas. It does make it really fun for exploring, dude. Like, finding a house randomly sitting somewhere and, like, going up the driveway and going, okay, well, that's pretty dope, and then following that dirt road all the way to a different location and just seeing where it might end up taking you. Or maybe you want to go drive up a mountain or go check out, like, a neighborhood area. It's all in the hills and different things and stuff like that. I feel like in ways from playing Forza Horizon 4 and then compared to like 3, I do feel like a lot of people are probably like, hey, yo, can we get more hilly areas? Or maybe Forza Horizon 3 in ways felt too flat in some places. I feel like they took that and they're like, all right, bet. And they pretty much had more hilly areas, more like diverse, like open type of hilly, like plateau type of areas you can see. And I gotta admit, I think it worked very well in this game. And as a new player, dude, I feel like you can easily get lost on Forza Horizon 4 for hours on end. And I feel like if you were jumping on this game and expecting to see something different with this game compared to like 3, you would easily get that experience as well. I would say the biggest highlight as a brand new player for me in this one is easily the seasons and how they affected the map and the differences of the map that they also added onto it, whether that is like the cars you drove or the feeling you had in different roads, going up mountains, doing different areas. I feel like the seasons added everything onto it. And I think that's probably one of the biggest highlights to explore in this game that I feel like most people, especially if you were new, would almost notice instantly. And now, of course, we also need to talk about Forza Horizon 5. Now, I would say a lot of people right off the bat are like, no, Block, Forza Horizon 5 is terrible. And you know what? There is definitely aspects of this map being a new player jumping on the old Horizons. I can definitely see where people are coming from, man. A few of the ways I was noticing this is kind of like the way the map does end up feeling like kind of open in some areas. It's maybe not as dense. It almost feels like you're kind of like, oh, look, this huge open area. Almost like the map doesn't have like the motivation it might give you or something like that. Or like what you really are looking for in a racing games map to kind of get you in there and go, okay, dude, you got to drive here, you got to drive there, which you would obviously feel in 4 and 3. When I was playing Forza Horizon 5, though, I instantly went, no, I'll probably end up getting attacked in the comments a bit for this, for saying some of this stuff, but in ways I kind of liked Forza Horizon 5's map, man. Now, is it perfect? Obviously, no, it is not. It's kind of far from it. It doesn't have seasons. None of that stuff changes. The only snow you will find is on the mountain in that one, big mountain in the map itself. And besides that, though, a lot of the areas of the map in some way could feel kind of, I guess, like, not all that interesting to most people. Like, you might go around, find some good winding roads, which there's a few of those around the area. Kind of like the open road type of, okay, well, let me go drive here, or go check this road out. Like, you might get there and go, okay, anyway, let me go this way now, because there's not all that much stuff going on. Or, like, nothing's really dragging you to that location, you know what I mean? We talked about in 4 how you had the highway. That one obviously did end up having hills or different things around it. The highway in Forza Horizon 5 was good, especially for going very fast and drag racing people and trying not to crash into the NPCs when you're doing like 280 miles an hour. So that was, a fun time there. But I feel like a lot of people might go up and down the highway and get kind of bored in a way, though, man, because they probably wanted maybe more of a diverse highway, which is something, funnily enough, we will end up seeing in Forza Horizon 6 with the highway right through Tokyo City, bro. That is something I think players wanted. Like, you don't want to have like an open type of feeling road like that just doesn't have much to it. You're flying down it, yes, but there's not much to really go over. Like, it's all kind of flat. There's not a lot of things to look at, or you're looking around going, oh, I mean, this area's okay, but you look over there like, eh. You look to the other side, you're like, I mean, it's all right, but I kind of wish this area had more of this or that. I wish it was more filled in. Or if you're off-roading somewhere, you're kind of looking around going, okay, well, let me go to this side and check out this. Or maybe if I go to that side, can you tell apart the areas very quickly and stuff like that? Which I feel like if you ask the majority of the fan base of Forza Horizon 5, I feel like a lot of people will probably end up telling you the same thing. A lot of the map kind of feels too similar, or a lot of the regions don't really feel unique or like distinct in a way. Like when you're here, you know that you're there. You know what I'm saying? Like in Forza Horizon 3, bro, if you're in the city, you know you're in the city. You know what I'm saying? If you're in the Dune area, you obviously know you're in the Dune area. I've been seeing people saying with 5 that if you are exploring the map and stuff, that most of the map does feel like a desert. Personally, when playing the game, obviously being a newer player, I don't think the whole map feels like a desert, but I could definitely see where people are coming from, driving around the map for hours on end, just exploring different roads and checking out different areas. You kind of look at some of the areas and go, okay, well, is this interesting? Or did I like that road? Did I like that route? You know what I'm saying? And sometimes for some players, I feel like certain routes or certain things might end up just becoming boring because of the way the map actually flows. We don't have the flowiness that we had in Forza Horizon 4. We don't have the seasons, right? I think that's something players actually wanted, which, coming up with Forza Horizon 6, we have a city, we have the urban areas, we have the mountain, we have the big open field type areas. Like, it seems like everything is in there, bro, which is exactly what players have been looking for. And if you are looking to explore the map and drive around and you're looking to just kind of hit the game and figure out where you want to go, figure out the best roads, see if a road could take you to a certain location without even realizing it, seeing if you could just drive around even when you're kind of lost or not knowing if you do want to drive around, but you're like, you know what, no, I like this area over here, I want to go cruise around this area and explore it a little bit. That is something that will drag you in. I feel like if you are exploring Forza Horizon 5, I think a lot of players might jump into the game, and I feel like that's kind of where everything has been with this map from everything I have heard. That a lot of players just distinctively don't think the map is actually different, or like there is not enough different areas in the map to really make it distinct or unique in a lot of different ways. And that is something I could see, man, in a lot of ways. But on top of it, I have to admit, I still kind of enjoy Forza Horizon 5's map, man. Like, again, tack me if you want. Maybe it's because I like off-roading. This map does offer a lot of that stuff. But if you are looking to off-road and do different things, I will 100% say this right now that I enjoyed 4 and 3 more for what those games offered, at least when it comes to where you are racing in the off-road areas you are doing it in. Obviously, 5 will have the biggest thing over those, which is the cars and stuff like that. But the thing is, though, a lot of players are looking for a great racing game map to really enjoy things on and go, okay, well, I want to go this way, or where would this road take me, or if I follow this road, will I go somewhere specific with it? Am I actually going to enjoy it? Will I have different visual effects? Will I have different things in this area? Or is a lot of it just feeling a bit too similar? And you know what, though? That was probably something I was feeling a bit when playing through Forza Horizon 5, 4, and 3. It's something I kept asking myself, like, am I super encouraged to free roam around this area, or do I really just want to fast travel to the next objective? I personally found myself in Forza Horizon 3 driving to basically everything, no matter where it was. I didn't really want to fast travel to get closer. I was just like, let me go drive there. And when I was playing Forza Horizon 4, man, it was similar, especially depending on which season it was in, which personally I loved autumn and winter. If it was one of those, dude, I was legit driving everywhere, exploring roads, going on the same roads I was on before, because it did add a different experience to those areas or different things that you were looking for on the way to that event. You know, different cars, the feelings, and all that stuff that it does give you. And that is probably something so many players most likely search for in these racing games, which is probably why the map is one of the biggest and most critiqued things pretty much ever, dude. Now, if I had to give you guys one weakness, maybe from like a brand new player's POV, or like first impressions that a new player might end up noticing, for Forza Horizon 3, I would say that many people might jump into that map, dude, and most likely think it's a bit too flat, or maybe there's not enough to it. But the thing is, though, you kind of have to play the map more, and then it will actually become more readable in a way. You know what I mean? Like, oh, I'm over here, but let me get to that area of the rainforest. Let me get over to the dunes. Let me get to the city. Once you get farther in, man, I feel like a lot of it really does, like, almost come together, and that would most likely change a new player's point of view on that. For Forza Horizon 4, dude, honestly, I'm going to say it, I really don't know of anything that I don't like about the map in that game. I love the way the seasons changed everything, which I did mention. The one thing I would say in Forza Horizon 4 would be like a gigantic city, but at least we do have Edinburgh, which was a very beautiful area. So it's kind of hard to name a weakness there. For Forza Horizon 5, I would say the biggest thing about that game as a new player's POV is to simply make the map a bit more interesting, man. Like, really set each area apart. Like, if you're in one place, don't make it feel like the other one that you were just there. If you're in somewhere else, you're like, oh, well, I feel like I was kind of here already, or this area of the map doesn't feel different than that one. I feel like that's, like, the biggest thing you can definitely say about 5, and being a brand new player, that is something I did end up noticing. So, my final verdict with this, though, is if I was to rank Forza Horizon 3, 4, and 5 pretty much the best map to explore as a brand new player, for me, guys, I would almost say 3 and 4 are tied, but I'd have to admit, I kind of think players might actually enjoy 4 more than 3 if they were brand new. That's just kind of the way I was looking at the map and the way that it flows, the design of it, the different things and all that. I feel like players would pick that one over 3. But do let me know your thoughts in the comments, because honestly, dude, I was just going to tie both of those games together, as they really both had a lot of comfort to them. I love the sense of the scale of both maps. They also had a lot of variety in both of them and like different design aspects to them, and the driving in both maps and the different areas was also really good, man. Of course, the one I would probably put at the end is Forza Horizon 5. But I gotta say something though, man. Even though that map might not be the best overall map, obviously a lot of people are like, it's the worst one ever. You know what though, dude? I still like the sense of scale in that game. I did like racing around it, testing out different cars. I like the way that they feel. Driving around certain parts of the map, going into the dune area and racing. I actually liked how that felt, man. It kind of had a fun driving feel to it, which if you are exploring or, you know, being a new player, I still think there is fun to even be had there. But to be honest though, if I was to really pick one game for a brand new player that would probably win this, at least for my experience, guys, playing each one of them, I'm honestly going to have to pick Forza Horizon 4, man. Right after that would easily be 3 again. If I had my way, dude, I would tie them, but you really can't tie them in like a comparison, so I really can't do that. But one thing I wanted to end this off with, guys, is it's kind of crazy to think about that your favorite Forza Horizon map might not actually be the best one to start with. Isn't that kind of wild?